So tell everybody a little bit about what you do, because I think a lot of people probably have seen your podcast, but they may not really know everything that Brian Bendily does.
So, Brian Bendily, native to Northeast Louisiana. Fun fact about me, I've only lived two places in my entire life. The house I grew up in and the rent house I ended up buying when I moved out. Um, so I think it's kind of comical sometimes when look, there's no judgment. When I'm showing houses to people, my wife shares a closet with me, and it's traditional 1960s house with they don't have large closets, and they're talking about this closet just not quite big enough, and like we're sharing this one little closet, but we like to keep things simple. Um, First real job was working for Coca-Cola. Started at the very, very bottom and was able to work up to the probably the lowest level of management someone could say. I was salary, but I didn't have a whole lot of responsibilities. Probably at that time, probably wasn't the best employee either. Young, thought I knew everything, and was with Coca-Cola about 11 years and got into real estate. And if you've ever met somebody that has their dream job, you got one sitting across the table from you, absolutely love what I do. Doesn't mean there's not challenges that come in that'll irritate you and through the process, but I love helping people. I love putting deals together for people. I love guiding people through the process, educating people. Even though it's not the most profitable side of my business, but the most enjoyment is when you take that person who's never bought a home before and you get to sit across them when those keys slide across the table, they get their keys to their first home. Very, very rewarding experience. So I've been selling real estate for about 20 years.
So I know a lot of realtors. I feel like a lot of realtors. I feel like I'm you and you're when you're asking me questions. But a lot of realtors, they have like particular types of deals that they work on more frequently, or more like they kind of I want to say specialized, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you can handle like anything any type of realtor could do. But
Well,
do you
it's
specialize in an area?
so my bread and butter is homes. I do a little bit of commercial business, but I'll tell you that it takes uh, a completely different set of skill sets to handle a commercial transaction than it does handling a residential transaction. Residential homes, or even someone buying land to build a house on, it's an emotional process for people. I can see my kids raising them in this home. I can see my retirement happening in this home. But on commercial, it's about the numbers. It's about business. Do the numbers work? Can I make it work? Is it going to fit my business needs? So it's a completely different set of skill sets that you need to approach it. And I would say early in my career, I probably did some commercial transactions that I probably shouldn't have. I should have brought people on board with me to do it. Now I've been around the business long enough to know I feel fairly comfortable. But I could see myself entering into a situation in a commercial deal where I would want to bring somebody along for, that may have a little bit more experience that specialize in this one thing to help, because you can't, just like your profession, you can't be all things to all people. You can't service the whole, even though Louisiana says that your license will cover you to handle any legal matter, doesn't mean you need to be handling any legal matter. Would you agree with that?
Well, for sure. Like actually, in a kind of an area where law and realtors intersect would be like closings, and in Louisiana, I guess I could technically do a closing, but a bank would never let me like handle it because they would want me to have all these different title insurance
Right.
certifications that I don't possess, and nor do I like have any real. I mean, you could give it to me without any effort, and I probably still wouldn't want it because it's not really the type of thing that I want to invest my time in servicing. So it's kind of like that. I mean, I guess I could technically do a deed, but if the person was going to have bank
Yeah.
financing, they, they could close it with their cash, but they're going to need to get a lawyer that handles title
Yeah.
to come behind me to basically write a title opinion about the transaction that I
Yeah.
did and like the prior transactions related to that property. I understand it. I understand how it works, but like it's not what I want to do.
Well, not only is not what you want to do, it's not what your customers really need to count on you for. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And in my profession, I think our latest count for Northeast Louisiana, we have like 730 some odd licensed real estate agents. Which I mean, everybody in the,
How many people do we
I mean,
have in the parish?
look, when I got started back in '06, I can remember a guy that was at that company complaining that there's over 300 real estate agents in the marketplace right now. Well, I mean, it's more than doubled that now. But the 80-20 rule really comes into play. 20% of the agents are doing 80% of the work that's out there. Probably closer to 90-10 in real estate. But again, just because they can doesn't mean they should. The profession has changed an awful lot since I've been in the business, but it still doesn't diminish the love that I have for it.